Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Nair. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. The hand to the running back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. He's got his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to the back. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the run, it's Green. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Quarterback will audible. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. And the Huskers get it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love it. I love it. First down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
They'll throw it on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. He wants to throw here on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Hale. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Cornhuskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
At the 35, he's got room. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quarterback checking off. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
To the air, it's Raiola. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Running back searching for a hole. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Snap it to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Now on the counter. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Quick completion on the out route. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it from the red zone. Buying some time. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses of the past.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. So you think this is automatic? This extra point attempt is filled with pressure. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads it left. He's got it. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. With the line of scrimmage at the 40, it'll take a 57-yarder to try to save the day. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. First play of the first possession of OT. The handoff to Johnson. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink now. Do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now they're going to throw it. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. The defense has made it tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they're on top here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Firing to the right, complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Huge third down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Bama! They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Working the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't.
Just steamrolling his way through. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT.
That keeps the score Alabama 20, Nebraska 14.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. He finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Cornhuskers are in the red zone. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Four down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They are up against it, a 3rd and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. Motion from the offense. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. Fourth and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. A shot toward the end zone. It's complete. A huge pickup. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Huskers! And what a great response here in overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
They got it! The 2-pointer for the win, and they take the game in double overtime.
You know, David, coaches are always preaching mental toughness, and at this juncture of the game, you need one play to get it done, and the offense delivers.
Man, all this time, all the energy, all the effort to get to that one singular play. Offense versus defense for a 2-point conversion, and the offense comes through with the win.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with